This is OB from State 626, remaking my Reign of Chaos video. I know the prior video was kind of long. Well, this one's going to be a bit longer, just adding a bunch of extra information. Since it's a long video, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the Reign of Chaos event comes up here underneath your daily events. And it is a very long event, and we're actually in Season 3. Season 3 used to be 2 weeks longer than Season 1 and 2, but it looks like they've cut it down 2 weeks now to make it harder to get your rewards. So the whole purpose of Reign of Chaos, besides, killing everybody and stabbing everybody in the back the very last week, which is what always happens, is for everybody to get the rewards at the end of the season, so you can get better heroes, upgrade stuff inside your city, do research, and so forth and so on. All right, so in order to see rewards, let me go back, and you click on events here, click on Reign of Chaos, then you can view rewards down here. And right now we're in 5th place, so whenever I click on view rewards, it's going to automatically take me to 5th place, which you can see up here. If you want to see the rewards for a different place, you can actually click on this. So if I want to see for 1, I can see for 1. If I want to see for 20, I can see for 20, and so forth and so on. So I'm just going to go back to 5. All right, so up here is the Alliance Leader rewards. Only the R5, the leader of the Alliance, will get these rewards. Down here is contribution rewards, and it says 9 of 9. So the R5, or the leader of the Alliance, at the very end, during the cooldown week, can pick 9 players to get kind of better rewards than everybody else. It's completely up to that person. This is assigned by the individual, the leader of the group. This is not generated by the system itself, so this is completely opinionated, if you will, or subjective. Everybody else will get these rewards down here at the bottom, which are still pretty good rewards. It's just, not as good as the top 10 players. But still, you can see in rank 5, and since we're in Season 3 right now, everybody will get at least 3 S3 heroes guaranteed, or I'm sorry, 2 S3 heroes guaranteed. You'll get 3 tickets where you have a chance of getting an S3 hero. And then you get 1 ticket where you have a chance of getting any orange hero. Then you're also going to get 20,000 gems. You see 1,000 times 20. Okay. You get 80,000 honor coins, and I'll show you where you can spend those in a second. You get 1,600 of these 15,000 gold pieces. So what's 1,600? I'll pull out my calculator here. So that's 24 million gold. And then on top of that, you get 150 million resources. The 150 million resources, I forget how they break down, but it's something like you'll get 30 million food, 30 million wood, 20 million iron, 20 million marble. That totals 100 million. 150 million, just bump it up or something. So those are the rewards. So most importantly, this is probably the biggest sentence that you should be reading, or the most important sentence you should be reading down here. It should really be a lot bigger font, but if you read it, it says seasonal contribution needs to be 10,000 to claim rewards. What the hell is seasonal contribution? And how do I get 10,000? Okay, we're going to jump into that. First, let's go back actually before I jump further. I talked about those 80,000 honor coins. I know I'm jumping around. I don't use a script when I make these, so please bear with me. 80,000 honor coins. Where the hell do you spend those? Okay, honor coins are spent at this building right here. This is that building that gives you the serum to heal people. And you can see there's this button that says honor shop. And so this is where you spend honor coins at. You can spend them and buy additional recruitment tickets. If you have your VIP building unlocked, you can buy those. You can buy Mark of the Fallen to heal additional troops, which to me is stupid. I wouldn't do that. You can buy 8-hour speed ups. Again, I wouldn't do that either. The only thing that I actually buy them with, if I needed to, I'd probably buy specialization reset, some honor points. I do use them for VIP tickets. And actually, I don't have the math in front of me anymore, but to me, it's smarter to buy your VIP points instead of buying these recruitment tickets down here. Because with these VIP points, if you have VIP building unlocked, which I do, and I'm VIP 3 right now, so if I have VIP unlocked, I can take those VIP points and then I can buy super recruitment tickets. And then you have events that give you luck here. And it usually takes me between 50 to 70 super recruitment tickets to be guaranteed one seasonal hero. So mathematically, if you actually went through the calculation, it's cheaper to buy the VIP points, then go buy the super recruitment tickets, and then use them on Hero Day to spend here than it is to buy one of these. And that's my opinion, but not really opinion, because mathematically it is true. The only thing that you would be controlling by buying one of these is what level or what season hero you would be getting. So you could buy an S1, an S2, or an S3, and it would guarantee you either an S1, 2, or 3. But honestly, I don't know why you would be buying an S1 hero during S3 unless for some reason you only needed one more to like completely max out hero. But to me, it's smarter to do it that way. Anyways, all right, 10,000 points. Go back here, view rewards. Gotta have at least 10,000 contribution points. Where do I see how many contribution points I have? So you can click on this Alliance Intel button, and it's going to tell you your weekly contribution, and then more importantly, your seasonal contribution. So of course, weekly is just for that 7-day period. Let's see, I got about 3,500 myself right now this week. Seasonal, this is what you actually need. So when the computer calculates, or when the game calculates, this number has to be 10,000 or you will not get any rewards whatsoever. And it says it down here again. This is not something that the R5 or the leader controls. This is strictly the game. So nobody can bypass this rule here. It's the game that decides that. So we still have about 34 days, and I'll show you in a moment again how it gets calculated to get 10,000 points. So I'm close to 8,000. So me, myself, I won't have any problem. How do you get points? You can see all these different things here that are listed, but here is where it's going to tell you how many points you got for doing that task. So here you see stone donation. Anytime you go to technology, say max donate, I have that unlocked with VIP 2. You don't, so you just click this a bunch, or you could click on gems if you want also. So you donate to the Alliance shop, you go to the store and you buy some stone, or a bunch of rocks they call it here. Or to get stone, you can go take tiles. So like if I take this level 12 tile, which I can't actually take yet, I'll show you in a moment, but if I click on view, it tells me when I defeat that level 12 tile, I'll get 55 stone blocks. And so for all the stone that I have, I can go to buildings and I go to donate up here. And then I'm going to donate all my stone. For every 100 stone you donate, you get 10 points. So just drop to 0, and that's how many points you get. So if I donate this, I'm going to get an extra 187 points. So I'm just going to do that right now. Okay. So that's one way to get points, is by donating stone. Another way to get points, this is called season points. You get season points by taking tiles. And that's the most common way to get points. So, rule of thumb, if I'm down here, actually, let me go. If I'm down here in this light green area and I take a level 5 tile, even if it's a blank tile without any resources on it, I'm going to get 10 points. If I take a level 6 tile, if I can actually find one, there's another level 5. Oh, here we go. If I take a level 6, I get 12 points. If I take a level 7, I get 14 points. An 8 is 16 points. And then when you take a 9, which is the dark green area, see level 9, that jumps up to 20 points. And then again, it goes up by 2s until you get to a level 12. And then that's going to be 30 points. So just simple, any light green tile or level 5 tile, 10 points. Dark green tile, level 9 tile, 20 points. And this brownish tile, level 12 tile, is 30 points. So 10, 20, and 30. These are pretty hard to take, especially during S3. You'll kill a lot of troops. So it's real easy to take level 9 tiles, especially if you have T8 or T9. Even if they're blank tiles, they're still 20 points each. And even if it's a blank tile, you click view, you still get some stone for taking it. You still get some honor and experience and other stuff. Even food production for taking it also. Okay, so at the end of the season, if you're missing points, you can just take, like I would take this whole group. I take all this area over here, everything, all the blanks and everything. I kill all the farms, whatnot. I just take the tiles, drop them, take them again until I run out of stamina. And it only takes about 35 minutes to take a tile and then drop it and then take it again. And you have 400 stamina between your 4 legions. So you can rack up, if you burn all 400 stamina, it takes 10 stamina per tile, so that's 40 tiles you can take. And, 40 times 20 is 800. So in one 8-hour turn, you could get potentially 800 points by taking blank level 9 tiles. And of course, it takes about 8 hours for your stamina to fully regenerate. And then you can do the process all over again. So if you're in a pinch, and really you could get 10,000 points probably in a week or less by just taking a bunch of blank 9s, dropping them and taking them again, and repeating the process over and over again. All right, so when this season first started, there was 55 days. So the first 7 days is when all of these alliance centers, and you can see ours by zooming out with your fingers, like I'm doing here. You can see me zooming in and zooming out. Or if you wanted to, you could just press this button here and it zooms out for you. So you can see all of our alliance centers. And then during S3, you get these new buildings called garrison bases, and I'm not going to go into detail about those. Somebody knows more than I do about them. But you also get garrison bases. During Season 2, you get what's called dragon shouts, and I'm in the wrong spot to show you that. Here we go. You get destroyer shouts, which will burn a 5x5 hole. You can only cast them 20 kilometers, because the game goes by kilometers, not miles. Metric system is better anyways than Imperial system. It's completely stupid that we use the Imperial system. But anyways, so you could cast that within 20 kilometers or 20 km of any alliance center that you're attacking. And it will blow up anything that's there, including castles, other people's tiles, whatnot. And then you throw a rally point into it real quick and then place your 4 castles around it as quick as possible. There are other videos that actually show that process. I'm not in a war right now, so I can't do anything. But just wanted to give you that piece of information. Okay. Okay, so back to Alliance Intel. So you know to donate stone. you know that you can take tiles over and over again. You can also, when you are fighting in wars, you get some demolition value for destroying buildings and taking other people's tiles, and you'll get some points for that. But the two main ways that people get points is by donating stone and then by taking tiles and flipping them. If you want to be nosy, you can click on anybody that you like and see what they're doing. So I can see that this guy at the very top here, he's got 27,000 points already. Holy shit, how did he get there? Well, he donated 30,000 stone, which really isn't that much. But this guy's really good at flipping tiles and taking higher level tiles already. And he's also destroyed some buildings during wars. Or, I'm going to pick on you, Desert Rat, sorry. Desert Rat, he donated the very first day 100,000 stone. And look here, for 100,000 stone, he got 10,000 points. So on day one, he already had his 10,000 points. I believe he did it, yeah, he did it for both his accounts. So if you saved up 100,000 stone and donated the very first day, bam, you're done. And if you wanted to be lazy, you do absolutely nothing else, and you just sit there and not participate in any wars. But if you did that, the leaders would get very pissed off at you for not helping out in other areas and probably kick you out, and you wouldn't get your rewards anyways. So 10,000 points has to be earned. So at the very beginning, there was 55 days. The first 7 is setting up the alliance centers and setting up buildings. And you can take tiles in that first 7 days too to start building up points. But there's no wars. After that 7 days, that's when you start your war period until this gets down to 7 days left. That is really the end of Reign of Chaos. The last 7 days is when stuff starts getting deleted off the map. And at the very start of that last 7 days, so when there's 6 days, 23 hours, and 55 minutes left, the leader could go ahead and tally and distribute rewards right then and there. And if you have 9,999 and this still says 6 days, 23 hours, and 59 minutes, well, you're screwed. So all those people that are down here that barely have any points, and those that have like more than 2,000, they're probably doing okay. They still got some time to go. But the people down here that have less than 500, those are the ones I would be most concerned about. I know some of y'all are new, looking at you, Braden, possibly SD, we don't know, but I'm not going to go there. So we don't know if you're actually going to make it or not to your 10,000 points. And if you don't get 10,000 points, you're not going to get any of those rewards at the very end of the season. Okay. All right. So that's going over how to take tiles, donate stone. So who are we fighting? Well, again, going to events, go to Reign of Chaos, and I look at seasons, and I can see all these other alliances here that are potential targets to fight us and potential targets for us to fight them. You can see everybody's alliance name. You can see what state they're in. And believe it or not, if you wanted to, you could actually declare war on people in your own state, but usually that doesn't happen. Sometimes people do that in the very first war, and they place rally points around their own state to take tiles and spread tiles throughout their own state, but they're not actually attacking each other. What you want to do, like I'm going to click on our favorite people to pick on in our alliance is I. So by clicking on I can see how much power they have. I can see kind of how much participation they have by looking at the rewards level. I can see how many people are in their alliance, and I can see other general information. Now, if I wanted to, I can put a message on their alliance board, which is stupid. I don't know why I have that button. I can contact their R5. I don't even know what alliance slogan is. I can't even click on it, but whatever. So I can get kind of some information, and it tells me who the R5 is right here too. But looking at the power, participation level, and then how many people are in there, kind of gives me some information about their alliance and how strong they are. Now, they were around 2 billion which isn't too big for S3. EVB is closer to 4.7 billion or closer to 5 billion. They have around a level 8 gift, so really can't tell a whole bunch by participation, but you can kind of tell something. They also have 98 members, and then you can see if they have any allies or whatever. Okay, FTS, same thing, 3.5 billion. Who's their R5? Participation, how many members? And here it even tells you how many farms they have. It says allies is all of 629. Okay, cool, whatever. And even in here, it tells you what time they do the ROC war. So we know that their ROC war is always going to be at reset +8. And let me go over that real quick because some of y'all may not even realize what is reset time. Okay, so reset time is the time of day that daily events reset at. And the easiest way to find that is by Clash of Providence. See how it says it's going to end in 4 hours and 12 minutes for me? Whenever this ends, that's when the day resets. Okay, so if you see a team that says they fight at reset, well, this is kind of like your countdown timer. You can tell when they're going to fight. If they say they fight at reset +8, that means they fight at 8 hours after reset starts. Okay. All right, what else can I go into? Again, I don't have a script. I just freehand everything here. Territories. Oh, duh. So there are 5 main types of resources that you can get in Reign of Chaos. You have farms, you have quarries, you have lumber mills, you have iron. Every once in a while you'll see an ale tile, which some people don't even bother taking. In order to take tiles, you need to know how much loyalty you have. And if I click on any tile, and I'm going to click on this green one, which is mine, when you click on something, do yourself a favor and actually read what's popping up. Because here it says Rebel Zeal, current loyalty 3900, suffers 0% HP damage each turn. So it tells me here I have 3900 loyalty. How do I know how much loyalty I need to have to take that tile? Well, it tells you that right here, 2700. So I know this level 9 tile, I need 2700 to take it. I have 39, so I'm perfectly fine. Okay, well, what about this level 12 tile right here? Look, see, now this is in red. So you see that it's in red, that's giving me a warning. So I need 4,800 loyalty to take the tile. I only have 39, and this says I'm going to suffer 74% loss if I try to take it. If you ever click on a tile and it's red, don't bother trying. Just go to a tile that's lower in level so you can actually take it, because the amount of resources and time it takes to heal troops during Reign of Chaos is stupid long, and you just don't want to have to deal with that. Even when you're taking tiles that are written in green for you, it still kills a significant amount of troops. It says 0. It's not really 0. It's going to kill some of your troops no matter what. And remember, you're flipping tiles every day, so every day you should probably be taking between 40 and 50 tiles, if not more. If you're aggressive if you're aggressive at it and you want to build up a whole bunch of points because for some reason you just have to be number 1, you're going to go through a lot of troops. And that's why you see some castles, like I was 45 million at the beginning of ROC, or Reign of Chaos, less than 2 weeks ago. Now I'm down to 39. And you'll see some castles that have 100 million at the beginning, but by the time the end of Reign of Chaos is around, they're probably down to 80 or 70 million. They have to heal all of those troops. Where do you heal troops? Go to Reign of Chaos, go to Honor Structure here, and then you can click on your first coalition base camp and click on heal, and you can heal your troops. Look, I have almost over 800,000 wounded troops. It take me 2 days. 2 days is nothing. I've been over 7 days before. However, a little secret a lot of people know or don't know, you don't have to heal these troops at all. At the end of Reign of Chaos, at the very, very end, when this gets down to 0, and then the next day resets, all your dead troops automatically get healed, and you get all of these back. So I'm going to say that again. All of your dead troops will automatically heal, and you will get them right back. You don't have to spend any resources if you don't want to. However, if you don't have a lot of troops, and you notice that everybody's dying, and you can't fill up your ranks anymore, see like how I'm completely out of T8s, so I can't even fill up anymore. And in some of these legions, I have T7 already, because, well, that's all I have left because I don't have any more T8s. Then yeah, you're going to want to start healing your troops. Okay? Alright, so resources themselves, going back to territories. Every 8 hours, you'll get some rewards right here. You get some gold. Depending on how high your influence value is, an influence value is granted by taking tiles. And I can click on View Tile, and it tells me influence value. For a level 9 tile, I get 3,100. And if I just jump over here, and just, let's say a 14, click View, influence value 24,000. And then, of course, production value goes up as well. So that tells me how much influence value I get per tile. And based on your total influence value, it gives you a rank. And based on your rank, you get some gold every 8 hours. Not too important. Some people go nuts. Like this person has 4 million, while I have 200,000. This person always wants to be number one in absolutely everything. This person is more sensible, and they don't have to spend, $10,000 to play a video game that's actually free. So just putting that out there. Based on the tiles that you have, you get production per hour. Most people want abandoned farms or quarries because those are used to upgrade your coalition base camps. Your coalition base camps give you more loyalty. The more loyalty you have, the higher level tile that you can take, rinse and repeat. These down here, actually these two down here, not this one. These two down here, your mine and your logging site, will give you the type of resources, wood and iron, which are used to upgrade your fort line workshops. Fort line workshops control how fast you can process resources, and you see your production right here. So I have 3 open, and I'll get to specialization in a moment. But let's go look at a coalition base camp, and let's go look at a frontline workshop, because there are little tips and tricks about each one. So first, I'm just going to start with frontline workshop. Excuse me. So if you click on the frontline workshop and you click on view, which I encourage everybody to do, and then you click on more information, it gives you information about the shop itself. I don't care about the power because you're never going to get a lot of power for upgrading these at all. You do get some honor points for upgrading the buildings. More importantly, you see processing, and then processing speed, and then processing resources or resource storage. So processing quantity, processing speed, processing storage. I never really pay attention to processing quantity. What I pay attention to me, the most important thing is processing speed. So you can see at the very beginning, you're only making 450 per hour. And if you've built all 4, so 450 times 4 gives you 1800. So okay, not a whole bunch per hour. Then it bumps up to 600, 8, 950, 1000. Then it goes from 1000 to 1200, and then it jumps significantly to 2000 at level 7. So my very first goal, which I've already done, is to get all of my processing centers to at least level 7. Because then that's going to give me 8,000 production per hour. And then it starts to jump up a little bit quicker. You go from 2,000 to 2,500 to 3,000, then to 4,500, and then to 6,000, 8,000, and then to 10,000. So my goal now is to get all of mine to level 13 to get to 10,000. So once I have all 4 workshops to level 13, which I'm not there yet, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I get them to 13, then I can process 40,000 per hour. And that's just your base. That doesn't include anything you get from specialization, which again, getting ahead of myself, so we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so processing here, I have 3 open. Again, I'll show you in a moment. All of these, when you upgrade them, I can't actually click on any of them because they're all upgrading right now. But let's see, can I show? No, it's not going to let me. Okay, so the amount of resources it takes to upgrade each frontline workshop at each AC 1, 2, 3, 4 or Alliance Center is the same no matter which one I upgrade. That is not true for Coalition base camps. So like this Coalition base camp is level 7, this one's 8, this one's 9, this one's 12. I've seen people ask me which one should I upgrade first. What I will always answer is upgrade whichever Coalition base camp takes you the least amount of resources, which would be this right up here, the least amount of resources to actually upgrade. So like if I click on this level 12 and I want to upgrade it, it's going to take me 390,000 to upgrade for level 12. If I click on this level 9, this takes me 452,000, but it's only a level 9. Now the amount of time it takes is shorter, but it takes more resources. Then if I click on this level 7, this takes me 465,000, but it's only a level 7. But you see down here, it's a lot quicker. So to me, I take whatever does less resources to upgrade because it takes a while to get those resources. Okay? Then you have your assault fortresses. Depending on your specialization, which we'll get to in just a second, just hold on. You can actually build up to 4 each, which some people do at the very beginning. They'll adjust their specialization so they can build 4 each, and then they switch it back so they can process faster or take higher level tiles. Okay? All right, so we went over season info. Before we get to specialization, one last thing. Okay, so how do I see other states? There's multiple ways because you see there's other alliances in different states. Now here's 626, that's where I'm at. 629, 620, 621, 27, 28, 23, so forth, whatever. All right, how do I see different states? This game gives you multiple ways that you can do that. So here's my castle. I can use this button to zoom out. And if I want to, I can use this globe to zoom out again. And now I can see at the game level all the individual states that are in the game. Okay, so here we are, 626. If I want to go to 629, I'm just going to pick on y'all. Here's 629, tells me right there. I can click on it. If I really wanted to, I could click on their throne and find out information about their throne. This is whoever the leader is. Down here it will give me more information. So now I know who the strongest players are in this state. I bet this person spends a shitload of money because they have almost 200 million power, and that's unnecessary. I can find out who the strongest alliances are. And if I wanted to, I can click on hero. And that's going to tell me, that's hilarious. That's going to tell me who has what position in this state. The first 8 give bonuses. The bottom 8 are detrimental or give debuffs. So here's somebody that's labeled as the fool. So that says technology research speed minus 15. Somebody's labeled as a bandit. Storage cap is minus 20. The queen, rightfully so. Total resource income plus 30, training costs minus 5%, extra gathering resources 10%. Okay, and I can't click on title in a different state. So anyways, but now I'm in this different state. Again, I can use my fingers, or I can just click this button down here, and I can zoom out to the state map. It's not going to show me their alliance centers because it only shows me mine. However, if I'm at war with somebody, and I click on this, it will show me their alliance centers in red. And I'm not at war with anybody right now, so I can't see it. But if you declare war on somebody, you jump to their state, click this button down here, and now you'll be able to see all of their alliance centers and garrison bases if they have any. Or probably over here. Most states go in that top corner. So look, here's their alliance center 1, here's a garrison base, whatever. Okay, so going back into my town. So you can do it that way, or you could go to events, you go to Reign of Chaos, and here's this drop down button most people don't know about. Now I can see all the states that are actually in my seasonal group. And if I wanted to go back to 629, I can click on visit. It just takes me randomly. It just goes to any random spot. So like if I go back to my state again, click on 629 again, like now I'm in a different random spot. So I'm here again. I'll either pinch out with my fingers, or you can use this button down here to see the whole state. Okay. All right, season stuff or specialization stuff. So you have 3 different specializations. I personally do not know a lot about specializations, so I'm just going to stick to what I know. The majority of people, unless you're spending a buttload of money, are just going to be using this one right here, this blue hammer, construction specialization. So at the very beginning, you're going to only have 1 production slot. How do you get more than 1 production slot? You go to this side over here, and I go up instead of down, because if I click on the up one, it says frontline workshop processing speed increased by 6%, and that's just that 1 blue dot. So here's another 6%. Then I get to this right here. This opens another production queue, or production queue, sorry. Another 6%, another 6%, and then another production queue. And if you wanted to, you could open all 5, but I usually stop at 3. Okay, then after I do those 3, where do I go next? Me personally, and this is just me, I go over to the right. Now you see 3% healing speed and 3% decrease in cost of healing. And that goes healing speed. And now here's this one that says each coalition base camp increases 75 bonus loyalty. Now remember, loyalty is what you need to take higher level tiles. So it says each coalition base camp. Well, I have 4 of them. So 4 times 75 is 300 loyalty. So that means when I'm taking tiles out here and you see my loyalty is at 3,900, 300 of that is coming from this specialization right here. And 3,900 is exactly what you need to take a level 11 tile. So if I didn't have that, I would still be 3 upgrades away. And I didn't explain that either, so let me go back. So every time you upgrade a coalition base camp, you get 100 loyalty for each one. It doesn't matter which one you're upgrading, it's 100. And it doesn't matter how high of a level that you have, it's always just 100 bump each level you go up. Okay, I said at the very beginning, some people go and grab their additional assault centers. So if I go down this path, each one is going to give me an additional assault fortress and guardian fortress. Okay, so if you want to, if you have additional specialization reset tokens, which I have right here, at the very beginning, if I was smart, I should have gone down first, unlocked these, built them real quick, and then used a reset to do these over here. Okay. Okay, that is just about all the basics. I told you how to get resources, how to get tiles. I told you the importance of getting 10,000 rewards, or 10,000 points, because you need them to claim rewards. War declaration, there's this button up here. You can see each war that is done. And then you can also see statistics. So I can see how many participated. Now the way this calculates in battle is you only show up as a participant if you actually destroyed somebody's castle or you took 1 or more red tiles. So you have to do some sort of damage to actually show up as a participant. So if you're online for war, do yourself a favor and take at least one red tile. If you don't destroy a building, take at least one red tile. If you don't, when you're looking at who's attacking and who's defending, you're not going to show up on this list. Okay? And then statistical data, this to me is important because I can see, okay, I had 41 people online. They only had 22. So we had a good participation turnout. Participation is much more important than power, because these people could be 10 billion in power with all gold gear, T9 enhanced, whatever the fuck. And these people could be, lowly free-to-play players that only have T8 and are barely finishing up their zone commemoration. But if they only had 20 people online and we had 40, we have more stamina. Because as soon as they run out of stamina, they're sitting with their thumb up their ass and they can't do anything else. Where we had more stamina, we can keep hitting them and keep going at them. Especially if we had double the amount of stamina. And we can keep hitting them and going at them until they can't do anything else and they're just sitting ducks, and then we win. So even though they're 4.7 billion, they're almost 3 billion, they're 3.5 billion, and they're 3.6 billion, here we are, 1.9 billion. We're still number 5 because we usually have a good amount of participation. Now, it's not up right now, so I can't actually show you. But when this is over here in the progress area, you can actually click on it. And again, I can't show you. You can click on it, and then there'll be a little eye, kind of like how this one is, be more here. And you can click on that, and it will show you all of the wars that went on that day. And then you can actually click on the war itself, and it will show you this screen for the other alliances also. And so you can tell, hey, this alliance only had 20 people on. And I personally, for the ones that are around me, I kind of keep track of that a little bit, because I want to see who are we going to be fighting next. And is there an alliance that is above us with more points that consistently has less people online than we do? And if they do, again, even if they're more powerful, we might be able to beat them and then jump up in rank. Now, right now, we're number 5. Number 5 is very good. That'd be awesome if we finish number 5 again like we did last season. I'm perfectly fine with number 5. I'm not one of those people that always has to be number 1. So I wouldn't attack any of these people. I don't care about going up to 1, 2, or 3 or anything like that. I'm fine with being number 5. But if I saw I'm picking on you again. If I saw even though they're a little bit stronger than us, that's not really a lot. But if I see that they keep having less people than us online, I would attack them. And that's just me. Same with Oso. I still remember all the crap you pulled during Season 1. I didn't forget that. I think the other alliances blended in with somebody else. Okay, so showed you season, showed you territory, showed you honor structures, went over specialization, talked about tiling. So when you're fighting a war, you have to place a rally point. And again, I'm not in a war, so I can't show you a whole bunch. But you would have to place a rally point, and it's a 3x3 square. See, these people are smart. They're putting these alliance storage buildings out here to take up more space. So I would put a 3x3 rally here. You dump your people here. And then one tile at a time, you have to build a pathway to whatever alliance center that you're trying to attack. And we have a very, very strong state. We're stronger than anybody else. So you'll see our alliance center. I am not in the right state at all. Our alliance center is well guarded back here. And your stuff always shows up in blue. Stuff for other people shows up in red or white. Okay? When you're being attacked, your enemy shows up in red. But our alliance center, you can see it's way back here next to the wall. A rally point has to be placed at least 20 kilometers away, so nobody can place one here. Nobody can place one over here. Nobody can place anything over here. Same with destroyer shouts. It has to be at least 20 kilometers away. So the closest destroyer shout to us would probably be like back over here or over here somewhere. If they actually get one through, because it takes 5 minutes to cast a destroyer shout, and for that full 5 minutes that person cannot shield and they can be attacked by anybody, not just the alliance that they're attacking. They can be attacked by anybody in that state or even in another state, which is why usually during kill events during the weekend it's a very bad idea to use a destroyer shout, because right now we're in Gold League, which means the people that we're playing against, if I can see here, okay, so we're state 626, we're in Gold League, we have much older states. Look, this is state 470, they might even have T10 by now. State 555, state 574, state 483. These states, if they don't have T10, they at least have higher level gear and higher level heroes. And those states, even though they're not in our Reign of Chaos list here, during kill event, if they're in our state, they can attack us, or they can attack whoever's attacking us. So somebody from 629 threw out a dragon or a destroyer shout to try to make a hole, 5x5 hole. Somebody from state 480 can go attack them and zero them and take their resources if they want to. And hey, I would probably send that person a message saying thank you very much for doing that. So you can set up a rally point, 3x3 area, then you have to go one tile at a time, and you would have to go either around these buildings that you see, or they would have to destroy them. So even though it may be 100 kilometers over here, they still have to go this way, then they have to go down this way, then they have to go down that way, then they have to go down this way, and it's going to take a hell of a long time. And of course, by the time they get over here, you see all of our blue tiles. We're going to be creating other blue tiles to block them. Now, what some people mistakenly do is you'll see a path of red tiles being created towards you, getting ever closer, and you'll have a bunch of people in your lines jump down here, and they'll start tiling the same way, trying to get ahead of them to block them. You don't try to get ahead of them to block them. That's stupid. You're trying to outrun somebody that started running before you. What you're supposed to do is you have tiles nearby, and see these blue tiles are alliance tiles. Once they get near here, once the red tiles get near here and they start turning this corner, I would make a blue wall. See how this is strategically left blank? I would start here and start making a blue wall, because whenever you lay down a new tile, it's underneath protection status for 5 minutes. Nobody can touch it for 5 minutes. So that just wasted 5 minutes of the other team's time. And if they break through that wall, now there's, they break through this wall after 5-6 minutes. Now there's this tile right here. I'm going to create another wall and take up another 5 minutes, 6 minutes, or however long it takes them. And it's not like they're going to go from here to here instantaneously. You know, that's going to take them maybe 15 minutes itself to go down here, because they have to send their troops from all the way back here to keep tiling all the way over here, and back and forth, back and forth. So that's going to take them a while to get this pathway. And I'm going to create another wall that's going to be underneath protection status for another 5 minutes. And they're going to have to wait for that protection status to fall off, or they're going to have to try to go around me and go over here. Well, if they do, I'm going to create another wall going, you know, this way, and to cut them off at these buildings over here. Or if they get to these buildings right here, well, here's this blue tile, I'm going to create this wall right here. So again, don't try to land right next to your enemy and get ahead of them by sending out troops. Their troops are just as fast as your troops, if not faster, depending on what gear they have. All right, so that's tiling. where they can toss down a destroyer shout, which is 5x5. Once a destroyer shout lands, somebody has to place a rally point. For the love of Christ, don't place it right in the middle. Place it on the corner of the 5x5, or know that the castles can drop in. I'm sure your leaders already know that. Garrison buildings, I'm not going to go too much into, but garrison buildings, if you're not going to show up for war, you can at least send some troops. You can send a legion out. Make sure that you send your strongest legion, and whoever's in charge of this garrison building can then utilize those troops throughout the war. Or if you don't want to send them there, at least send them to reinforce your alliance center, okay? All right, I know this has been a plethora of information. I know I'm like 50 minutes into this. I'm hoping I didn't forget a whole bunch. One thing I'm going to touch on, not related, giants. I see people that will do like 10 giants a day. I don't know why the hell they do that. You see this bonus reward right here? You only get this once per day. So all this stuff, you only get once per day. Once you do the giant and it's at 0, this is all that you're getting. You only get this. So you're only going to get 30 minutes of speed ups, a little bit of gold. Even for a level 25 giant, there's nothing there. That was weird. Okay. Even for a level 25 giant, all you get is a 1 hour speed up, 100,000 gold, 250 food, and then 60,000 experience. Once this is done, you don't get any of this again. So stop doing so many giants every single day. It's stupid. Same thing goes with your little horsey guys, which you can't search, which I find is annoying as hell. So you have to actually kind of look for one. They're red. There they are. This guy. So you only get one a day. Do one a day for these, especially because you get 500 stone. Plus you get some honor points, and you also get some serum to heal stuff. You also get a recruitment ticket, which is very nice. Okay? All right. Oh, one more thing to touch on. Stamina. At least 8 hours, probably more like 9 hours before your war. Stop doing everything. It takes you 9 hours to go from 0 to 100. Okay? So don't do giants right before war. Don't tile right before war. Saw somebody down here when I was searching earlier that was tiling. Come on, Doom. Okay, I'm not going to pick on you too much, man. That's all right. All right. If you have any questions, definitely shoot me a message inside the game. Or I have comment sections open. I'm so stupid with technology, but I finally figured out how to allow comments. Okay? All right, y'all have a great one. Have a good evening. I don't know how to turn this off. I'm pressing buttons. Here we go.